Welcome to our virtual Web Connect on Student Success Strategies. My name is Amy Beebe, and I am the Student Program Coordinator for the Women in Engineering program. I'll be speaking throughout the presentation, so be sure the volume is turned up on whatever device you are using. Let's get started. Some characteristics of successful students. The ability to use help-seeking behaviors. As a student, recognizing when you might be struggling and going to search out the resources and services that can help you succeed. The earlier students ask for help or assistance, the less struggling they will have to face, and the sooner they can get back on the road to success. Recognition of the importance of self-discipline. Many of you might have pretty planned out days, know exactly what you should be doing at all times, and/or someone there to remind and keep you on track. That drastically changes once you're at college. It will be up to you to make sure that you are attending class, studying, doing unassigned homework, because it would be helpful. So it is important to start working on that self-discipline to ensure that you are doing what needs to be done and are successful, especially in the face of many distractions. Keeping a positive attitude can make all of the difference, especially during the trying times. We very much believe in the power of yet. You might not understand the concept yet. You might not have figured out how to study for a class yet. It doesn't mean that you aren't capable or that you won't ever be able to do any of those things. You just aren't there yet. Hold that positive attitude with you and know that you belong here and are meant to do this. You might not be exactly where you want to be yet, but you'll get there. Not all professors will teach the same, and it will be vastly different than in high school. The skills to be able to adapt to changes and figure out how to still be successful in whatever metrics you might consider success will absolutely help you. I can tell you, yes, it is true. You will have to study a lot, but there is a lot of support offered by us, EOE, Cockrell School, and your department to help you. Don't just take my word for it, though. Check out the student videos answering this question on our YouTube channel. In high school, typically the majority of your learning came from your teacher, and you would supplement that by doing some work outside of the classroom. That flips in college. About 80% of your learning will come from you, and 20% from the professors and the lecture. Not to worry, you can do it. You just have to redefine what it means to study. Studying is no longer just going to class and coming home to do homework, usually alone in your room. Studying now includes rereading or rewriting notes, reviewing the textbook, study groups, office hours, test reviews, and unassigned homework problems, also known as the optional extra work. It also includes going to TA sessions, teaching assistants, faculty office hours, and tutoring. Let's talk about that for a minute. Cockrell offers a lot of tutoring. Study tables every night in EER, appointment-based tutoring, EOE has one-on-one tutoring for specific classes, and departments have tutoring for you as well. All of it free. Do you know why we have so much available for our students? Because you will need it. Courses can be challenging, and it is important to recognize that you might need some extra help to get through it. I know you are all wonderful, smart, and great students who have more often been the tutors instead of the ones being tutored. That could change once you get here, but that's okay. And it's okay to ask for help earlier on that you do, the more successful you will be later on. I'd like to share 5 secrets to success in engineering. Number 1, use a paper planning tool. There is something that happens in your brain when you put your schedule down on paper rather than electronically. It just helps you remember better. Number 2, spend time between classes reviewing and preparing. Being a student is a full-time job, so treat it as such. Take the time to do these things in the breaks between classes. It isn't like high school where you go to class back to back. Sometimes you'll have chunks of time in between, so use them productively. Number 3, follow the engineering study formula. For every 1 hour you are in class, spend 3 studying for it. This mostly holds true. Of course, it could change depending on the course. Some will only require 1 hour of studying, while others may require 6. Number 4, utilize tutoring and study groups. We talked about this earlier. It is one of the keys to your success. Number 5, separate living and study spaces. Let's take a moment to think about what is in our room that could distract you from studying. Bed is probably one of the first ones popping up. TV, roommates, how about your phone charger? Right? If you can be on your phone for hours on end without it dying, that's pretty tempting. These are things that can distract you from getting your work done. Another thing about trying to study in your room, you're alone. If you get stuck on a problem that you can't figure out, there is no one around you to ask for help or direction. It is important that you study outside of your room. We find many times when students are struggling and we ask where they've been studying, more often than not, the response is in my room alone, and that is not helpful. Will you have a social life? This is another question we get a lot. You absolutely can, should, and will. In fact, many students will say it is crucial to have one so you don't get burned out. It takes time management skills, but we can help you with that through our first year support programs. Again, check out the student videos answering this question. Here's our contact information. Don't hesitate to reach out to ask questions or to get connected with a current student in your major. Be sure to follow us on our various social media accounts too. Check out the other videos in our virtual WEP Connect series, as well as videos from our students answering some pretty important Life at UT questions. That concludes our presentation. Thank you for your time and attention. We hope to see you on campus in the summer for orientation.